Okay, so the next thing I want to explore is, hey, can we set up templatized projects through these chats where they're called projects in Claude Desktop. So can we set up a repeatable process? And I thought, okay, cool. I have one client that I pitched and had a couple meetings. I use my Claude recorder as a hardware device. So I've got this thing set up to where after every meeting, it automatically transcribes. And then when the transcription is ready, it takes everything and plops it into a meeting notes folder on my Google Drive for my company. So I said, hey, I wonder if we can look at emails, and I wonder if we can look at these meeting transcriptions and do anything kind of cool with that. So this is my experiment in that. So now I've got a couple MCP connections, Google Drive, got one automation that's external to AI. It's just, I think it's Zapier, and it just clocks everything over. But I got this cool little, recording device. It could be Firefly, Otter, Notes, Read, whatever you got. Just like Claude, because it's a hardware device and it's just less intrusive on all the Zoom calls to go, oh my God, there's all these note takers. So here is that adventure. So went in, I said, hey, prompt me. This is the general thing. Prompt me for a company I want to provide a proposal for, look at requirements, needs, outcomes, to-do items in all these places. Look at my meeting notes folder on Google Drive. Just find it. Let's see if it works. Any documents that record meetings with that company. Look at the last 5 emails exchanged with a client, search the web, go get some background, and write a proposal based on the template that's in my Google Drive. I kind of gave up on Notion for a second because you could see the Notion local MCP was getting a little flaky on me. Everything's beta. This is like the bleeding edge of technology where you're going to get cut a little bit. So I'm kind of over it. But I do have a solution. I think remote MCP is going to solve all of this stuff for us. So I said, hey, here's a client. And it said, okay, cool. Searched the Google Drive, found the template, found some other stuff. Here's meeting notes. Looked in my Gmail, found the people, looked on the web for who they are, what their motivations are, what they write about, found 10 different articles. I guess I found 10 logos. I don't know. And then wrote me a proposal. And then, so here it is. Let's check it out. So, oh God, this is awesome. And it put my name in there, said nothing about it, put the date. That's very courteous, statement of work, executive summary. And this is all in the format of that template, right? Blah, blah, blah. It did really good stuff in a strategic opportunity. And then here's the things that they said they wanted to do in the meeting. And here's, some drill down on that. And boy, spot on with exactly what they wanted. Everybody wants agentic AI, some traditional data stuff, implementation. Let's just go ahead and get an onboarding timeline. How cool is this? Engagement terms, blah, blah, blah. And then off we go. Oh, why partner with my company? Text CXO, conclusion. Yeah, just sign here. How cool is that? And then it came and it said, by the way, from your meeting notes, I figured out these things from the proposal stuff. I pulled out these, and then from emails, and it picked up on this guy and this other guy, and figured out what my hourly rate was. Hey, just cuz. And then, from the web research. How cool is that? And then here, explain your thinking. That's been a real sticking point with ML in the past, before we got all hot on LLMs. Why did you make that decision? I don't know. The computer just mathed it and it was all good. But here's show your thinking. It's a critical leap forward. It makes everybody a lot more comfortable. Would you like to make any adjustments? Nah, looks good. Awesome. Please insert it on the correct SOW template with art and save it on the Google Drive. What's that worth, to write that good of a response and to synthesize all that data all in one place and then just put it on the paperwork. And then so, I have it saved as a project now. So all I have to do is go in here and scope of work, draft agreement, blah, blah, blah. There we go. And then I've inserted now a couple of different documents that are my service offerings, my CV, a couple case studies. What else you got? And then so everything I could throw at this thing is only 5% of the memory. And then I got a couple of, here's the prompt, which you just saw. Oh, and then I added craft an email. So how cool is that? Anyway, this life is good. This is going to be awesome.